Hey guys, welcome back to Everyday Living with Simply Mercy B. Today we are making Kahl'Ua Fudge Brownies. Here are the ingredients you're going to need for those delicious fudgy brownies. We're going to need some butter, and we're going to need like 2/3 of a cup. So I have a stick. I have 2 sticks here. We're going to need some chocolate, and I'm using some unsweetened chocolate. 3 eggs, some flour, and I've already measured all flour, but all-purpose flour, sugar. You're going to need some walnuts, vanilla bean paste, and the star of the show where we get the name, Kahl'Ua. And we are using a chocolate, it's called chocolate sips, coffee and chocolate liqueur. We're going to put some of this in our brownies. We have salt and baking powder, and we're going to go ahead and get that into our flour. Going to need like a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, then we're going to need a teaspoon and a 1/2 of baking powder. The secret to the perfect tasty brownies, fresh product. Make sure your product is in date and it's fresh. And if you choose to put it in a container that is not the original container, make sure you label it, and so you'll know when it goes out of date. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get this all whisked together, and we're going to go ahead and get started on our chocolate. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and start prepping my butter and getting it melted. I'm going to get it into my saucepan, and I like to cut my butter into pats. That way it can melt a little bit quicker. I'm just going to put mine on the stove, but you can also put this in the microwave. Okay, so we're going to get that in there. So we're going to need a whole stick and about 2 tablespoons more. About that much. And make sure you always start off with clean hands. Okay, we're just going to get this on the stove here. And let it go ahead and start melting. So while our butter is melting back here on the stove, we're going to go ahead and chop up a little bit of our chocolate and get it prepared. For our chocolate, we're going to need 3 ounces. And this box is awesome. It tells you exactly how many squares you need for 1 ounce. So with this particular box, we're going to need 4 pieces to equal 1 ounce. So let's take a look at it. Hold on, let me grab a piece of parchment paper. This is what our chocolate looks like. And according to this box, we're going to need 4 of these squares to make 1 ounce. So we're going to need 4, 8, 12. So we're going to give it a cut right here. And I'm just going to take it and kind of shred it a little bit. I just want to shred it. That way, when I put it in with the butter, it will go ahead and melt. So now we're going to bring our melted butter back over. We've already melted our butter. We're going to take our melted butter. We'll take our chocolate that we've already shaved into smaller pieces, and we're just going to add it right to that melted butter. And just like that, the residual heat from the butter will get your chocolate all melted. Pretty quick, huh? And as you can see, our chocolate is already melted. And it took seconds. So now we're going to set this to the side and we're going to let this cool. While our butter and chocolate is cooling, we're going to go ahead and beat our eggs and sugar together. This is another recipe that comes together quite quickly. Let me go ahead and preheat my oven to 350 degrees. So now I'm going to go ahead and crack my eggs. They're all good. I'm going to mix these up a little bit. Now we're going to go ahead and pour in our 2 cups of sugar. That has creamed nicely together. I'm going to add me a half a teaspoon of my vanilla bean. You don't really have to because you're putting in a liqueur, but I just want that extra level, level of flavoring. All right, let's go ahead and check our chocolate and see if it's warm, cool enough to add to our eggs. Now I'm able to touch the bottom of this saucepan, so yes, it is absolutely ready. So I am going to slowly pour this butter and chocolate mixture into the egg mixture. Okay, everything looks good. We're just going to get the remainder of our chocolate out of there. Use your spatula to get all of your chocolate out of your saucepan. Okay. Let's mix it again. Beautiful. All right, now we're going to add in our Kahl'Ua. And we're only going to use about 1/4 of a cup of the Kahl'Ua. Oh, that smells so good. All right, so we're gonna use like 1/4 of a cup of our chocolate Kahl'Ua liqueur. Chocolate liqueur. Just gonna get that right in there. That smells so good. I absolutely love it. Gonna give our bowl a good little scrape down here. And guys, we're almost done with these brownies. So now I'm taking my flour, salt, and baking powder. Just gonna whisk it up. We're gonna add this to our mixture. All at once. Give it a mix. Okay, that's good. You don't want to overmix your brownies. It's a beautiful batter. Look at that. So beautiful. At this point, if you do not like nuts, do not add them. Or you can add them to half of the batter if you like. But I'm going to go ahead and add my walnuts in. Get those folded into there. And this is what we're looking for. Such a beautiful batter. So with my brownie mix, I have this cute little pan. So no one has to fight over edges, because 9 of these brownies will have edges. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and spray this pan with some baking spray. Just want to spray each cavity. So I wasn't sure what size scoop I was going to use, but I think this is going to be the perfect size right here. I want to make sure it's all the way to the edge. I'm going to take these brownies and I'm going to put them into my 350 degrees oven, and we're going to let these bake for approximately 30 minutes. But I'm going to check mine at the 20-minute mark. You have to know your oven. All right, so they're going in and I'm going to check them at 20 minutes. Woo! We have an overflow. Look at that. Still look good though. We're going to take a toothpick and we're going to test it out. It's coming out clean. Looks good. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take some of our Kahl'Ua. And we're going to brush this right on top of those brownies. Ooh. Another extra layer of flavor. Smells divine. You're close up. Look at that. I'm going to try to let these cool for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to come back and we're going to taste them. Have a nice little platter over here. We have our little platter. So we're going to take our brownies and we're going to loosen them up, because they did touch a little bit. They're still warm, so but we're going to carefully pull those up, because remember, we greased that pan quite nicely. Take a look at that brownie. Okay, now we're getting ready to try us one of these brownies. Nice and fudgy. That's good. Guys, y'all please make this recipe. Don't forget to share this recipe. And come back here for some more. Oh, and make sure you check out my previous video where we made some Christmas gooey butter cookies. That's another good one. If you have enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Like and share and subscribe. Leave me some comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to see you right back here on Everyday Living with Simply Mercy B.